Yo, that's actually a really good conversation to have. Do you feel like white people should be reaching out to you?
Absolutely. And the text that I got most recently said, "What can I do for you? Say the word and it's yours."
Ooh, ooh. And what was your wish?
$500.
Oh, $500. See, you good because you leaving it at $500. Nah, 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 nah. I want more than $500. I want a million. I want $1 million. I want it all. I want it all.
Or as Mr. President says, billions and billions
Ugh.
and billions and billions.
Billions of kiss my ass. How about that? And on that note, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Call Me After 9. I'm your host, Adrian, and as always, I want to say what up to the people joining in today. Y'all, today I have such a special guest in today. It is my homeboy, my brother, Jamal Wade. What is up?
What's
Come on with the
up?
fist pump to the people. You want to let them know you are here, you are present. It is Jamal Wade, folks. How you
Amen.
feeling? How you feeling, Jamal?
What am I not feeling is the question. What am I not feeling? I feel good though. I feel energized. I feel charged about what's going on in the world. I feel more responsible than I have lately in doing something. So I'm just dialing into all of this frustration and redirecting it into some new emotions that will actually be productive for this cause.
Nice,
So,
nice, nice. And it's always like playing that game of being an artist and just being like, you want to be creative and you want to be creative with your stuff. Because that's the biggest thing that like I battle with and I've been telling people as well. Like, I'm a firm believer and you shouldn't allow your craft to stop or you shouldn't stop your craft because to me that would be detrimental to the movement altogether. That's not the purpose of it. I still think you should push your own art, but you also should find ways to use your art as an expression of how you feel about the time or whatever. But if sometimes you just want to put up a selfie, put up the selfie. I feel like sometimes people are like almost selfie shaming people like, how dare you put up a selfie during this time? You inconsiderate bastard, you. And you're like, felt cute, might delete later.
but understand this. There's a line. There is a line. A selfie is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I trying to see your crusty ass nudes for your OnlyFans preview
Oh
that's about
no.
to drop at 12 o'clock? Nah, nah. That can wait, sis.
But people
That
be afraid to like post pictures of them at a barbecue. And I'm like, that's not the point. That's not the point. Like it's okay, you can do that. You can do that.
that
Lie.
is okay. We want to see the cookouts. We
We
want to see the
we
cookouts.
want to see you having fun. That is what we want to see the most. Yeah, Oh, it's great. Jamal's in Los Angeles, everyone. I forgot to put that out there. So the sunny side and warmth and all the good vibes, and you guys are getting ready to open, right? Or something?
Oh my gosh. Yes, we are. That's actually a good question because I'm saying we're getting ready to open, but I ain't going nowhere. So
Facts. And like, but y'all opening, like gyms and stuff, right?
gyms are opening. The film industry is opening on June 12th.
Good,
Um,
because I'm ready for some shows to come back. Hell.
what you trying to watch?
Okay, so right now I'm watching For Life, which is It's like the 50 Cent show. I think it's on ABC, but it is so good. Here's the thing about 50 Cent. Y'all say what y'all want, but that man can produce a show, and that's a really good show. I'm always a This Is Us.
And the beverage.
What you say?
I said, and the beverage.
And
He
the
can also the beverage.
facts. He's a great businessman. Also I watched This Is Us. I'm a huge fan of This Is Us. Probably because I like to cry. So there's that. What are you watching right now?
What am I watching? I have been watching Boondocks. Um,
Nice, good. That's needed.
I love Regina King in all of her glory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's been nice seeing her as Riley Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I watching right now?
You watch Watchmen, right? You're like an HBO head. You're an
Uh,
HBO head.
yes, I'm a sci-fi head. I love. Uh, okay, yes, I watch Watchmen.
There we go. There we go. You know, it's so good to have you on, Jamal, and have this time to like talk and just have a chance to breathe and have fun for once and let loose. So something I like to do on the show usually with Carmen and people who come on is hot topics. I like to call what's going on the street? What you had her? So what you had her? What's going on out there? What you want to talk about?
Ooh, what's going on out here, child? Nothing but the police whooping our ass. Ain't the police
That
whooping
part.
our ass too?
That part. And my whole thing is, where are the celebrities? I feel like there needs to be a stronger voice from these celebrities who any other day you would be pushing your lip suction machine. You know what I mean? So the same way you push that, sis, let's have the same energy towards this movement.
Okay, because I'm looking for Miss Kylie. I'm looking for Miss Kim and Chloe. I'm looking for Doja. Where you at? Where you
Wait, did
at?
you say Doja Cat?
I did. I did.
The same one that was in the chat rooms?
Oh,
I,
and it kept me up. Oh,
wait,
yeah,
was
her.
that's what she was doing? I didn't even watch the tape. That's what she was doing? Help this child. And you know, I'm actually not even trying to judge. So on this show, when I say things, they might sound shady, but I'm actually not trying to judge someone. What I want to say about that is when I saw it, I'm like, this is mental health, y'all. This is why mental health is so real. Cause this is okay, let me just ask you, let's get funky on this show. Is it mental health or is she just stupid as hell?
Is this mental health? I think in a weird way, yes, it ties into mental health, but getting more to the root of it, what allowed her to do that and it being a mental health issue is something that I think we all experience in the Black community, which is this like self-hate almost for our own culture, which allows us to slip up and not only allow ourselves to be in these like fairly like crazy situations, but then to also let others perpetuate those situations either. Because the thing about the Doja situation was, yeah, she was in the little chat room and she used the N word, but so what? So be it. She's Black.
Mm-hmm.
The part that was disappointing was that she was shucking and jiving for all the white men on camera who were also calling her little Black girl and
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's an issue. And that's
So
why
it,
I'm like, that gotta be some mental health, y'all. Cause like, I don't know why you in here. What and then what kills me is how you trying to become a singer or a public influence, and you out here like. Granted, no one's perfect when it comes to anything in the eye like that, but you have to realize, like, as building you as whatever you are, like people like to say, as you building your brand nowadays, I don't think it's smart for you to go and run and like be in chat rooms with you know, allowing white men to call you little black girl and you Doja.
well, what's in your messages?
Huh?
I said, well, what's in your grinder messages?
Ooh, nothing at all. Adrian is blessed by the best. How dare you? Nah. Also, did you see Amanda Seales has left the real?
I did, and that's real.
That's
That's real.
that's real. That's So here's let me pull up the statement because I actually looked up to see like what was her reasoning. Throw
Hmm.
I want you to guess why you think she left the show.
White people?
My contract is up and I did want to renew it because it doesn't feel good to my soul to be at a place where I cannot speak to my people the way they need to be spoken to, and where the people who are speaking to me in disparaging ways are not being handled. Basically, like you said, she too black, and I knew that because what kills me is I'm like they went. They had Tamar on there, and then I'm like, and then you're gonna go get Amanda Seals and think Amanda Seals is not gonna be as outspoken as Tamar is.
What they didn't do was go get a bitch like someone else. They thought that they were hitting us with the okey doke by pulling a light skinned switcheroo to try to keep it in the same like passable family.
Uh huh.
But what they didn't know was Amanda is blackety blackety black black black.
Black to black, and what I do respect about Amanda is Amanda will literally say whatever needs to be said, and that's why I love Amanda. Amanda reminds me of a little less. She reminds me of the Angela Rye in a way,
Mm.
and we love Angela Rye. Like Angela Rye is Angela Rye for a reason. Um, yeah, so I'm not surprised that she left the show. I really didn't see it as a place where I thought she really fit in well. I think her vein needs to be, her own show. She does a podcast. I think that needs to be her own thing. You know what I mean? Where she can have her own voice heard however she wants to have it heard. But
Yeah.
as they say, on to the next, keep pushing forward. Plus, Amanda Seals been in the game. We're not even gonna get on that, but Amanda Seals been in this game. She been hustling at this. So her
Receipts, because all you gotta do is say yes.
there we go. That's what I'm saying. So her leaving this show, she like, okay, cool, on to the next project. Thank you. What is up with this whole Drew Brees? Is that his name, Drew Brees? What happened there?
Who that?
Yeah, do you know anything about that situation?
Yes. So Drew Brees is a quarterback for the Saints,
Mm-hmm.
and he made a statement about 3 days ago saying that he isn't in agreement with people taking a knee disrespecting the flag. And obviously,
The
this is
same
like
knee that's placed on people's necks. We talking about the same knee, right? I'm
the
gonna let you
same,
finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
the same, the same knee that 4 years ago, other NFL player Colin Kaepernick was taking during the national anthem to protest all of the same shit that we're dealing with today. So yeah, with that being said, he turned around and took that statement back and apologized after a bunch of his teammates and other people from the NFL, and obviously the fans, being that he's in the city of New Orleans, lashed back at him, saying how insensitive the comments were, how they felt betrayed, and how after all the city of New Orleans has done for him, not what he's done for the city, but of all the love that they showed for him, that he can't come to the understanding that this goes far beyond the flag and that that was always just a distraction. So he recently apologized, admitting that he understands now that the kneeling was never about the national anthem or disrespecting the flag.
And okay, it took backlash for you to understand that.
It also took the NFL commissioner also coming to the table and saying that he's on the side of the protesters as well.
And how
So
do you feel about that?
about apologies or
About apologies, about in detail the NFL commissioner making this apology after the big fuss they made about Colin. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like a lot of these companies are doing what companies would do, and what would be smart in this situation is save ass.
Oh, definitely.
Uh huh.
Definitely. I think they have to, yes, they absolutely have to save their ass because I think the black community holds what $1 trillion in buying power in America.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you bet. You'd absolutely bet they're saying what they have to say right now. But I think that we have to stay on their asses and let it be known that you can't just buy us out, okay? Ain't no take the money and run, Effie. We ain't doing that.
Ain't no take the money and run, bitch. Ain't none of
Mm.
that. And you know, the great thing about what I love about having you on for this episode to talk about it is with you being in LA, you have been super, super proactive with, pushing this movement forward, which I find very beautiful, my brother, want to throw out there. And I'm a firm believer that we should use our platform, as I said on this show before, to help educate others. So the reason that I asked Jamal on, everyone, was because he's in LA, and I wanted us to have just an open talk about what he's experiencing, how he feels, because what I've realized from the last episode that we did, that people reached out and said, hey, I deal with the same kind of thing. I feel I go through the same motions. So first thing I want to talk about is you actually participated in a protest,
Yes.
what was called a peaceful protest. I want to start the story with that. So please go ahead and share with us how that went.
Yeah. So I went to the protest that happened on, let's see, May 30th, which was the day before my birthday, actually. And it was on Beverly, Fairfax, that area. If any of you guys have been to LA, it's where the Grove is, the farmers market. There's all the shops on Melrose. So if you're thinking like the OVO store, the golf store,
And y'all
all of
know where all those brands are at. So
that part. so so that's the area that I went to, and it's crazy because I took an Uber to the protest, and my anxiety was off the charts because on the way there, like 20 police cars raced by, and the Uber driver has the radio on, and he literally just announced that a car drove into the crowd at the protest. And I'm sitting
yikes.
in the back seat like, hmm.
Damn, even when we trying to do right, even when we trying to make our voice heard, it's like still. So as let me ask this, as a young black man, like how can you sum up what you felt in that experience of being at this peaceful protest?
uh, I felt I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do. I
Mm-hmm.
know that so many people before me have done this in several movements, whether it been the civil rights movement of the 50s and 60s, whether it been back during the Civil War times to abolish slavery. I know that this idea of protesting against the government and the powers that be is something that's necessary for our voices to be heard and the voice of the people to be heard. So I felt like I was doing something that I had to do, but within that, I was also terrified of the fact that I was witnessing people that were intentionally curtailing that effort
Mm-hmm.
and seeing people with ulterior motives, like the people that were there to damage property and like the people who also have their own frustrations but aren't necessarily trying to exercise them in the same way.
So
So
did you see any like damaging of property when you were there, or their favorite buzzword, because America loves buzzwords, looting? Did you see that happening? They love that, don't they? Those looters, they love
looters
it.
and rioters,
Oh,
y'all ain't
oh my,
y'all ain't
they love buzzwords. This year has been a year of buzzwords: looting, rioters, coronavirus, social distancing. Something y'all just made up, and we should know what that means, right?
don't forget about toxic.
Right.
Every
Oh, they loved that one.
Don't forget about toxic. But
Um,
yeah, I did witness a few incidents, some of which I actually intervened in.
oh,
Uh,
share, go for it.
yeah, there was a young boy. He was probably like maybe 17 or something, getting ready to pick up a brick and throw it at the police officers. Mind you, this was maybe 20 yards away from where the actual line was, where people were on the front lines. And what was important for me to get that boy in that moment to understand was, yeah, you're throwing this brick from back here, but you're not the one that's about to get the beating and the
Mm-hmm.
brutality and that this line of almost 40 officers is about to bring down on these people that are trying to peacefully protest something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was one issue, and that was something that was happening throughout the entire process that moved the line from one block almost 4 blocks up of just a continuation of that escalation of people throwing things, the police letting off with these rubber bullets and all of these spray pellets. And then I think the most significant thing that happened was probably after the protest had ended. I was walking to go get a lift because none of the cars were going to come into the area. So I had to walk, obviously, like 4 or 5 blocks outside of the radius to get a car. But on the way out, this guy smashes one of the bus ads with a hammer and the glass shatters everywhere. So me being me and already on my hype of like, what the fuck is up with these people and this looting and this rioting and this like damaging property. And I felt all of that same anger that you've been hearing these people talk about when they talk about these people that are doing this. So I approached him. I went up to him and I'm like, what the fuck is up with you? Like what is the purpose of you destroying this property? What did that do for you? And he did not hold back on me. He let me know exactly what the fuck was up. He told me that I don't know him. I don't know his struggle. I don't know anything he's been through. And then he proceeds to tell me that 2 years ago, LAPD raided his home with no warrant, had rifles pulled on his entire family, had his 11-year-old daughter in her panties on the ground with a gun to her like face. So quickly I readjusted my mind because I had no words to say after that. He
Mm-hmm.
was completely right. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand that particular moment of rage and that particular circumstance to fuel you to come out here and need to do something.
Yeah.
Because of course he probably filed a police report. Of course he probably went up the chain to have his voice heard in the right way
Mm-hmm.
or to see in the right way. And it didn't happen for him. So when he took to the streets and he has all of this anger built up in him and he's seeing the same people, the same police force that humiliated not only him, his family, but also his daughter, can I really be mad that he just smashed a piece of glass at a bus stop?
There we go.
Like, can I really be upset with that?
And I love that you said that because I said that on the last episode because I was so tired of people jumping on rioters. And I get it. I get it. I understand that, this is damaging on so many levels. But like I said, we don't understand someone's story. We don't know how they got to where they should get. So I don't think people should jump on people and be like, these losers are bad. What are you going to do once your community is going to go bad? Once your community goes bad. And my opinion of a conversation of, like you said, you were in that situation. Okay, boom. I hear you, brother. Just so you know, here's some ways you can go about releasing this kind of anger that does not have to destroy property. Just a suggestion. You can take it or leave it, but at least you did your part with telling them. What's not going to help is harping down someone on social media, putting up these long posts and like aggressively just bashing these people. Instead, let's try to understand and see what advice can we give to them or what suggestion or where can they get help to work through this trauma.
Yeah, and not even just that trauma, but really understanding the
Mm-hmm.
why they are. I think somebody said something that really landed with me about the looting and the stealing. And you have to understand that these aren't people that have 4-year degrees, or these aren't people that are gainfully employed. These are people that have nothing. They're not stealing for fun. They're not stealing because that's what they do. They are seeing this as a window of opportunity to have something that they have never been able to have. And not only have they never been able to have, but they don't even have a way to see how they can get there. So
Exactly.
before we talk about the action and what they're doing, we need to reel this back and understand like why these people feel the need that they have to use this avenue and this moment and this window of opportunity to get something as simple as shoes. It's because they don't have it and they never have,
There we
and they
go.
don't have it.
And also, people have to realize that a lot of these people are out of work and still have not received their first stimulus, and some of these people are not even getting their unemployment. Exactly. So there's a lot of high tension going on where. So we can't judge anybody. This is what I want to ask you too. What is one resource that you can just give out to people? I like to do this for my white people out there who are always confused about where to start, what to do. Give them one solid resource that they can go to, either that can help them with an understanding of everything that's going on, or something that's like, here's a place you can go donate, or here's a way you can just lend a helping hand. If you have any off the top of your mind you want to share.
Yeah, I would just say go to Black Lives Matter's Instagram page. There's a master document with so many resources, from places you can donate to organizations that you can lend a helping hand, with either protesting or signing petitions, whatever the case may be. The master document literally has everything you need, bail funds, all of that. And just outside of this area of like political action and things that you can do, something that I would actually recommend to people that I've been taking advantage of is this app called Headspace. And it is for meditation and breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we all could just use a good, solid, like, woosah,
Like
motherfucker.
collectively, seriously, I love that. And I love, like, one of the suggestions you gave dealt heavily with mental health, because I'm a firm believer here in addressing mental health issues. So thank you all so much for tuning in to Call Me After 9. I gotta thank my boy Jamal Wait, who I love so much. Thank you so much for being in the building, Jamal. It
Of
Just thank you,
course.
brother. Like, having this talk with you is, it's so much healing that's in that, and I hope that it honestly helps other people out there. Follow Jamal Wade on Instagram. He's amazing. I love him. And to y'all, the people out there, thank y'all for joining in with me week after week. And as always, it's been real and y'all been fake. Much love and peace from above.